Look at him.
Two-time Olympic medalist Grant Fisher.
Welcome to the Lefties Lounge, man.
Welcome.
All right. I still got my spikes on.
It's all good. That's what makes it great.
We're talking about some of our favorite things and highlights of the meet, obviously, and there's so much to cover. And I thought your race is going to be probably something, maybe not, but kind of a little bit of a hidden gem in there where people are going to overlook because it's only 3:48. And but you know, for a 5K, 10K guy to come in here, run a time that I was saying just a few years ago would be the fastest by any person in the world. Like, what does that do for your confidence? Obviously, now you get to go back to the 10 and 5. These guys have to get rid of you.
Yeah. Well, well, you know how it is, man. It's hard to be in like shape for one event and another event simultaneously. So, you know, my big goals this year are 5K, 10K, and to be able to run 3:48 off of that training and that fitness feels really good.
Yeah.
Tactically, I think there's a lot to be desired in the 15 miles still. I right after the race, my feelings are like, I want to get in another mile because I think if I clean it up tactically, I can be more competitive. I was kind of off the back of that field and then kicked hard and ran quick, but I wished I was a little more influential in the race. I was just kind of dangling off the back.
Yeah.
So it'd be fun to get another. I mean, I'm moving down, baby.
That's the way to go. And I touched a little bit, obviously, you pulled out last second in Philly. Like, I don't know how much you want to give, but how much, like, time maybe you missed? Like, did that also impact? Like, could you have found a few more seconds if, you know, or wasn't a big injury? Like, how much does that setback even, like, allow you to have even more seconds to gain in some of the fitness today?
Yeah, I don't know if I could have gained a ton of seconds out there.
Honest man, I would have said a lot.
But 3:48.
I would have said, I'd have been like
much more to give.
I'd been world record if I didn't have that week off.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I tweaked my hamstring in the 2 days before Philly. It was a nerve issue, like where the sciatic nerve passes down your hamstring. It was just tight and freaking out, and it felt really hot and burny. And I was like, I'm not tearing my hamstring over this. So pulled out of the race, which was a bummer. And honestly, it took longer than I hoped to clear up. But once I got back, it was smooth sailing. So this was, you know, I felt it was fully healed for, I don't know, 2-3 weeks now. And if it didn't blow up today, it is fully healed.
Yeah,
so,
I would say so.
So I'm happy with that. And, you know, that's how the year goes sometimes. And if my hamstring had freaked out at a different time of the year, no one would have heard about it. It just so happened that it was right before a race, which is a bummer. But I guess the transparency that the sport probably deserves, you know, sometimes you get a little injury and it just derails stuff for a few days. But yeah, good to be back.
I was going to say, I don't think your competitors are, if they thought like, oh God, Grant's out, I got a shot, I think that went away after today.
Now he's a real professional.
So we obviously got USA's end of the month. You know, with all the Grand Slams that you did early in the season, are you just going to keep this whole momentum going to the World Championships? Are you going to take like a down week after USA's? Are you looking far out? What's the rest of your summer looking like?
Yeah, so the whole year is already planned through the World Championships.
Okay.
I mean, you know how it is. Like, that's just the most important thing of the year, no matter what. So that's where my trajectory is and where my peaking ideally is. You know, the U.S. is so competitive in every event now. You do have to be pretty sharpened up and fresh for USA's. So I will have to taper a little bit for USA's. And then I think I'll have basically a month cycle right now of training leading up to USA's. I'll have a good month and a half, ideally, until Worlds. And yeah, hopefully we'll just keep the momentum rolling. You know, it's a long year.
Yeah.
Budgeting out your energy and timing out your peak is like, I mean, you know how it is. It's the name of the game.
Yep.
Absolutely.
You know, nobody's going to remember how you did at a random opener meet, but everyone remembers how you do at the Olympics or the World Championships. So that's where I want to be at my best. So I have PBs this year over mile, 3K, 5K.
Yeah, you've been killing it, man.
So I like the momentum.
Yeah.
And you know, strike while the iron's hot.
Nice.
Keep it rolling.
I got one last question on my half, and then I'll let you guys ask them. Sorry. But this speed suit, all right? You're normally a short singlet guy. Obviously, you came down to the 15. Are we going to see the speed suit in the 5 and 10? I got to know.
Looking like a sprinter.
Maybe. You know.
It did you well today.
Yeah, it did do me well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt like I needed everything I could get, you know. So if I wanted to be a miler, I had to look like a miler.
Yeah.
So, I couldn't pull up in my little short shorts and everyone looking at me like a 10K boy. So
this is fair.
Yeah. So yeah, you know, the speed suit just feels a little like quicker. Usually when I run a mile, 15, maybe even a 3K, I'll throw on the speed suit.
Okay.
Pretend to be a sprinter. For me, that's sprinting.
Yeah, love it.
Yeah, I'll take it. I think I'll go back to the split shorts. So
all right.
that's
maybe it's a prelim outfit.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
a prelim outfit.
Maybe I should switch it up and wear the switch shorts for the 100.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Yeah.
Put the shorts over the speed suit.
Go middle school, high school style.
Exactly.
Grant, I'm really curious. You talked about the next training block. You talked about how you want to set up this season, but this is a weird season. It's a season unlike any other. We've got the World Championships at the end of the Diamond League year. It's capping off the year. Has that altered how you prepared for this versus how you guys have set up your race schedules and preparations in other years?
Totally. You know, at this point last year, like you're a couple weeks from the Olympics. Whereas now, I think people are viewing this as like the midpoint in the season. We're kind of rounding the corner into championship time now. So it's all relative, you know. That I was just becoming a pro at this moment, but Doha 2019 is kind of a similar setup where Worlds are super late, you know, and a lot of the time people are rolling in April, May, June, and then by the time October came around, you know, there were some surprises. So that's when everybody wants to be at their best, but it's hard not to get antsy when I'm sure as a miler, you know, how many people have broken 3:30 this year. So the true milers, I'm sure, are kind of sweating a little bit because they're like, man, we got 15 dudes that can run under 3:30, where usually there's 4.
Yeah, I hope Grant doesn't run the 15 at USA. That's what they're thinking.
Yeah. He's moving down, he said. Maybe
well,
the 8.
What's the standard for the mile? I don't even know.
Oh, here we go. I'm pretty sure you got it.
No, I'm serious. The standard for the mile is usually a lot harder than the 1500.
Is it?
equivalent. Yeah.
I think. Oh, but 348 is going to be a. 331, 332. So that's probably the standard.
Yeah.
You probably got the B at least.
You're in there.
Yeah, you're in there.
You're in there.
We'll get you in.
Yeah. You slide me in.
Keep wearing the speed suit. I think you'll knock a couple seconds.
Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the key.
Exactly.
Well, Grant, man, thank you so much for joining us here at the
thanks,
Athletes
guys.
Lounge. Really appreciate it, and keep it rolling, man.
All right.
Let's keep
grab that mic
racking
back
up
from
PBs.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Good luck, man.
Thank you, sir.
I try. Got the double mic over here.
There we go.
Good.